Coach, when your team is down to five defensemen, five regular defensemen, and you're using Victor as a defenseman in a pinch, and you get a win like tonight, is that a testament to having a total team game, a total team effort?
Yes, it is. Was a total team effort for sure, but from start to finish. And the way we managed those four game against Belleville, I think we got better as the series went on, and I really enjoyed our third periods, the whole series. We've been pretty good the whole year. We have good starts and extremely good third periods. Um, so it was a real good game for us. We were playing fast. We were physical when we needed to. We were driving the net. We were protecting our goalie. Didn't give up too many chances. Special teams. It was a real good game.
And speaking of defensive effort and losing defensemen, when you have a guy like Johnny Kovacevic step up, and I heard the stat you told Daniel today in the pregame that he played 38 minutes that last game. When you have a player like that step up, when you have so many absences, what does that do for his development, and what does that say for his kind of leadership on this team?
Well, for his development, I don't know long term. I don't know if there's an effect, but there's certainly an impact on his confidence, knowing that he can log in those heavy minutes because he was playing against top lines. I mean, 38 minutes, you play against all four lines and special teams. Um, but it was also a function on how the game was played and the start of the face-offs and stuff like that. So I think for him and his confidence, I think it reinforces the fact that he trained really hard in the summer and now he can sustain those kinds of minutes. Obviously, you don't want to play a guy that kind of minutes, but it was just situational. But he responded well. And for him to be able to not only play those minutes, but play them with intensity and the length of his shifts. So he's got energy for the full game and the puck decisions that he was the plays that he was reading and keeping it simple, managing the game in front of him. That was a real testament to his game and for himself to understand that he's on the right path. I think it's just reinforcing the fact that he's trending up and he's on the right path.
Well, speaking of trending up, what can you say about Cole Perfetti? He was talking about this isn't traditionally a 19-year-old kids league, but over the last three games, he's really been catching fire. His first, he's had multi-point games. This is his first 3-point night, 2 goals. I know sometimes it's not just about goals; it's what else he does around the ice. But what have you seen from him over the course of the last few games, or specifically in this series from the Jets 2020 first rounder?
Yeah, he keeps improving. Yeah, and he's right. It's not a 19-year-old league. It's a physical one. It's fast. It's players are strong and they're smart. And the goalies are better. And for him to still generate chances and to score some goals, it means that he's doing something right. But nobody ever does anything alone. And I think the combination of him and Marco and Skylar, it seems like it's working well. Marco is really good on the forecheck. Skylar has a lot of speed and the smarts of Cole Perfetti and his reads and his hands. I think it's a real good combination, and he keeps improving. And what I liked about him, the things that we don't know is how he's going to respond when the games are faster and more physical. And so far the games are getting faster, and it was a pretty physical series against Belleville, and he didn't change his game. And so that's very positive. Sometimes, when players are changing their game a little bit because of the physicality, it raises a red flag. But there's no red flag. He's not changing his game. He's still making plays. He's still going into the corners, going to the net. So that's very positive.
That's good.
We'll go next to Taylor Allen. Go ahead, Taylor.
Is this 10-day break coming at a less than ideal time for you guys, considering you guys are playing pretty well lately?
Yes and no. Yes, because our momentum is really good right now, and we're playing extremely well. And no, because we have a few guys that are injured, and that break will give him a chance to recover and be ready for the next series.
And what's the NHL trade deadline day like for you? I mean, obviously the team has pretty good prospects on the farm, and the Jets are in contention right now. So there's always talks that maybe they can make a deal and whatnot. Is that something that weighs on your mind at all, just on the days leading up to the deadline, that there's a chance that one of these young guys might not be with you?
When the 5 years I spent with the Jets, that day was probably more intense for the coaching staff. But at the same time, we do our job. Our job is to coach hockey players and to coach the team and the players that we have. In my position right now, I'm probably like you, looking at the TV screen and just watching. It doesn't have much impact. We have a real good relationship with the management, and we trust them. I think they trust us, and we do our job, they do theirs, and we work well together. And I'm sure there was a lot of communication between the management and the Jets coaching staff, but as far as we are concerned, there's no impact.
Thanks, Coach.
We'll finish up with a follow-up from Dave Minuk. Go ahead, Dave.
Thanks, Jen. You know what can you say about Nathan Todd? I mean, again, he's such a remarkable story. Came in with 1 point in 27 previous, games, his previous 27 games in the AHL, and now he has 20 in his 24 games for the Manitoba Moose this season. So, and he seemed to be flying out there. He seemed to have, I know he had gone 9 games without a goal, but his confidence just seems to have come back a little bit, and he seemed to really kind of get you guys going again against his former club.
Yeah, he's got skills. We know that he can shoot the puck, and he competes hard. So it was just some of those guys, Dave. I'd say it's just, and I'm sure that there's a lot of players out there, and I know it. But some guys, they just need someone to open the door for them and give them a chance. And it's true for a lot of players. The thing is that we're giving chances to some of those guys, and some guys take advantage of them, and some guys not necessarily. And Nathan have been taking advantage of it. And it started last year when he showed up with us. Even though he didn't stay the whole year, he always left with, we felt good about his game, and even more so about his mindset and his attitude and his way of practicing. And this summer, we decided to bring him back, and he agreed. And this summer, when we had the break, and he trained really hard, and his physical condition is really good. So he's able to sustain the pace of the game with the skills and his reads on the ice. So it's a pretty good combination. But he's one of those guys where I think he just needed a break, a chance to play, and we gave it to him, and he's taking advantage of it.